Hello students, we are solving the IB Math EA HL past paper questions and currently we are solving the IB Math EA HL November 2022 paper 3 past paper. Today we will be solving the question number 2 of this paper. You will be getting the links to all the previously solved questions of the other papers and the question number 1 of this paper in form of playlists in my channel NS Online Math Tutoring Classes. And I'm not sure why is my laptop camera not working, so I could not open the camera. I'm sincerely sorry for that. So without any further delay, let us start with our today's session. Question number 2, the maximum mark is 27. In this question, you will investigate curved surface areas and use calculus to derive Q formula used in geometry. Consider the straight line from the origin y equals mx. This is the straight line, where x is greater than or equal to 0 but is less than or equal to h, and m and h are positive constants. When this line, this y equals mx line, is rotated through 360 degree about the x-axis, a cone is formed with a curved surface area E given by E equal to 2 pi times integral of y times under root 1 plus m square with respect to x, and the limits of integration will be 0 and h. Subpart A's question is given that m equal to 2 and h equal to 3. Show that E equal to 18 times root 5 times pi. It is containing 2 marks. Okay. So A is equal to 2 pi and the integral from 0 to h. Y, in place of y, I can write mx because we are integrating with respect to x, so the expression should be containing x. So in place of y, I am writing mx times square root of 1 plus m square dx. Okay, so E equal to, now this m and square root of 1 plus m square, these are constants. So I can take them outside the integration sign. So 2 pi times m times 1 plus m square 0 to h x dx. Okay. So E equal to 2 pi m square root of 1 plus m square. Integral of x with respect to x is x square over 2. So it is x square over 2, 0 and h. A is 2 pi m 1 plus m square. And this will be h square over 2 minus 0 square over 2. I'm not writing that because 0 square is 0. So it is basically h square over 2. And now I'll be substituting the values of m and h in this formula. 2 pi m is equal to 2. So times 2 times 1 plus 2 square times h equal to 3. 3 square over 2. So these two can get cancelled. Therefore, A is equal to 2 pi times, this is 1, this is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, so root 5 times 9 or A. So A is equal to 2 times 9 is 18, 18 root 5 pi. Subpart B. Now consider the general case where a cone is formed by rotating the line y equals mx, where x is greater than or equal to 0 but is less than or equal to h, through 360 degree about the x-axis. Subpart I's question is, deduce an expression for the radius of this cone r in terms of h and m. It is containing just a single mark. So you see, I have drawn this cone which will be formed when we rotate this y equals mx line through an angle of 360 degree about this x-axis. And this is the radius of the cone, this one. This line is the radius of the cone. And this is the slant height, and this is the height of the cone. Okay, you see this is h, so this is the height of the cone. And we have to get the r, the radius of the cone, in terms of h and m. Okay, so what are the coordinates of these 2 points? Let us first of all get the coordinates of these 2 points. Since this point is on the x-axis, the coordinates will be h, comma 0. The y coordinate has to be 0. And over here, what will be the coordinates of this point? Of course, the x coordinate will be h, and the y coordinate, this point is on the line y equals mx, so the y coordinate will be m times h, because the x value is h. And now we can apply the distance formula. If we apply the distance formula, okay, let me write the distance formula. H minus h whole square plus mh minus 0 whole square. So this is square root of m square h square, which is equal to mh. Okay, so this is the answer for the subpart I. The r's value is mh in terms of m and h. I deduce an expression for the slant height L in terms of h and m. So the slant height is this one, or you can take the slant height as this as well. And it is, of course, a right angle triangle. This is the 90-degree angle. So we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So I L square should be equal to, we have found the value of r, which is mh. Not value, but the expression. So it will be r square plus, this is h. So r square plus h square. Since they have asked us to get the expression for L in terms of h and m, we cannot keep the r. We will be writing mh whole square plus h square, which is equal to m square h square plus h square, or I can just take out this h square as the common factor between the 2 terms, and I'll be getting m square plus 1. So this is the expression for L square. So therefore, L will be square root of a square and m square plus 1, which is h and square root of m square plus 1. Okay. I. Hence, by using the above integral, this is the above integral, show that the surface area of revolution E is equal to pi RL. This formula, we all know this formula, the curved surface area of a cone is pi RL. But now we have to prove this. Okay, so we can go down a little, and I. It is E equal to 2 pi. I'm just copying this formula. 0 to h. In place of y, I am writing mx, because we have to integrate with respect to x. Mx and 1 plus m square under root dx. Okay. So this is equal to, I can take out these constants outside. So this is equal to 2 pi times m times square root of 1 plus m square, and the integral of x dx from 0 to m, which is equal to 2 pi times m times 1 plus m square times x square over 2 0 to h, which is 2 pi m times under root 1 plus m square and times h square over 2, because it will be h square over 2 minus 0 square over 2, which is 0. So I'm just writing h square over 2. Okay. And these two will be getting cancelled. And now we are having this thing. Therefore, E is equal to, and because we need this pi RL, so we have to write the R and the L. We have already seen the pi in the expressions, but we have to get the R and L as well. So it is pi times what was R? R was equal to mh. So I can take m and h. So let me separate mh, and then it is another h and square root of 1 plus m square. Okay. And mh is equal to r. And this part is equal to L. See, h times square root of m square plus 1 or 1 plus m square is L. So this is equal to I, this is R, and this is L. Consider the semicircle with radius R defined by y equal to positive square root of r square minus x square, where x is greater than or equal to negative r, but is less than or equal to positive r. This is the semicircle graph, and subpart C's question is find an expression for dy by dx. It is containing 2 marks. The y's expression is this. So we can either use the implicit differentiation or the chain rule. This time I'll be using the chain rule. So let me write C, y is equal to square root of r square minus x square, which can be written as y equal to r square minus x square to the power of half. Because we cannot deal with radical signs in calculus, we have to change them to exponents. So dy by dx will be equal to, the exponent will be coming down and the exponent will get reduced by 1. So half minus 1, and then we have to differentiate this part, r square minus x square. So this is equal to, r square is a constant, so its derivative will be 0. Derivative of minus x square is minus 2x. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to half times r square minus x square. Half minus 1 is minus half. This is r square. And times by minus 2x. And this 2 can get cancelled. And since this is minus half, I can bring this down. So implies dy by dx is equal to negative x over r square minus x square. You can keep it as half or you can keep it in the form of a radical sign. This is the expression for dy by dx. Okay. Fine, we have got 2 marks. And now a differentiable curve y equals f of x is defined for x greater than or equal to x1 but is less than or equal to x2, and y is greater than or equal to 0. When any such curve is rotated about 360 degree about the x-axis, the surface formed has an area given by E equal to 2 pi and integral of y times square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square, and it is getting integrated with respect to x, and the limits of integration will be x1 and x2. So now the subpart D's question is a sphere is formed by rotating the semicircle. Okay, now we are coming back to the semicircle. Y equal to square root of r square minus x square, where x is greater than or equal to negative r but is less than or equal to positive r through 360-degree about the x-axis. Show by integration that the surface area of this sphere is 4 pi r square. We all know that the formula for surface area of any sphere is 4 pi r square. Now we have to prove this by the method of integration. Okay, so Sapat D. Fine. I'll be writing A equal to 2 pi. Now instead of x1 and x2, the limits will be minus r and plus r, minus r2 plus r. Y is having this expression under root 1 plus dy by dx whole square. What is dy by dx? It is this. So minus x over square root of r square minus x square whole square and dx. Okay. And we have to integrate. So first of all, let us do some simplification. This is 2 pi minus r2 plus r square minus x square square root 1 plus minus x whole square is x square. And square root of r square minus x square whole square will be r square minus x square dx. Let me come to this place. A equal to 2 pi minus r2 plus r square root of r square minus x square under root. Actually, the integral sign should be coming down. It should be this way. So it is r square minus x square plus x square over r square minus x square. I have made the common denominator as r square minus x square. Okay. So that I can cancel these two. And dx. Fine. So this is equal to, I can write it over here, A equal to 2 pi long 1 minus r2 plus r. Okay. And then it is r square minus x square. And the numerator is r square. Square root of r square is just r. And the denominator, I'm writing it separately. It is square root of r square minus x square so that I can cancel these two. And r is a number. So I can take this outside the integral sign. So it becomes 2 pi r and minus r2 plus r dx, which is 2 pi r x minus r2 plus r. So this is A equal to 2 pi r minus r, which is 2 pi r times 2r or equal to 4 pi r square. Okay. Sapati, let f of x equal to square root of r square minus x square where x is greater than or equal to negative r but is less than or equal to positive r. The graph of y equal to f of x is transformed to the graph of y equals f of kx where k is greater than 0. This forms a different curve, a semi-ellipse, and the first Sapat of Sapat EI Sapat is described this geometric transformation. It is containing just 2 marks. So I, f of x to f of kx. It is a horizontal stretch. And stretch factor for horizontal stretch, you have to always take the reciprocal. So the stretch factor is 1 over k. Okay, we have got 2 marks. I. Write down the x-intercepts of the graph of y equal to f of kx in terms of r and k. Just a single mark. Find the x-intercepts. First of all, let us write the expression for f of kx. F of kx will be, in place of x, we will be putting kx. So it is r square minus kx whole square, which is equal to r square minus k square x square. Okay. For x-intercepts, y is equal to 0. And this is nothing but y, because y equal to f of kx. So y is equal to square root of r square minus k square x square, and y is equal to 0 for x-intercepts. So therefore, square root of r square minus k square x square is equal to 0, or r square minus k square x square is equal to 0, taking the squares of both the sides. And now k square x square is equal to r square, or x square is equal to r square over k square. So x will be equal to plus minus r over k. And if you don't write this plus minus, you will not be getting that single mark, because there are 2 x-intercepts. One is plus r over k and another is minus r over k. Okay. Now, I for y equal to f of kx, find an expression for dy by dx in terms of x, r and k. Find, so I. It is y equals f of kx, and the expression of f of kx is this one. This one. So this is r square minus k square x square. Okay, which can be written as r square minus k square x square to the power of half. So therefore, dy by dx is equal to, I'm using the chain rule, half r square minus k square x square, half minus 1. Now the derivative of r square minus k square x square. Derivative of r square is 0, and derivative of minus k square x square will be minus k square times 2x. And this 2 and this 2 can get cancelled. So it is minus k square x, and half minus 1 is negative half. Since it is having a negative power, I can bring this down to the denominator. It will be r square minus k square x square to the power of positive half, or I can bring back the radical sign again. So it is minus k square x over square root of r square minus k square x square. Okay. Fourth part. The semi-ellipse y equal to f of kx is rotated 360 degree about the x-axis to form a solid called an ellipsoid. Find an expression in terms of r and k for the surface area of the ellipsoid. Give your answer in the form 2 pi times integral of square root of p of x, where p of x is a polynomial with respect to x, and the limits of integration will be x1 to x2. Now I have just copied this formula over here. Okay. And I'll be substituting the y's expression. The y's expression is this, or this one. Okay. And I'll be substituting the dy by dx expression as well. Dy by dx is equal to this. So this will be equal to 2 pi. And what is x1 and what is x2? The two x-intercept values. In case of this semi-ellipse, it is plus r over k is the upper limit and minus r over k is the lower limit. Okay. So minus r over k will be the value of x1 and plus r over k will be the value of x2. And now the y is r square minus k square x square, and then 1 plus this one minus k square x over square root of r square minus k square x square whole square and dx. So this can be written as square root of r square minus k square x square and 1 plus minus k square x whole square is k to the power of 4x square over square root of r square minus k square whole square, k square x square rather, whole to the power of 2 is r square minus k square x square dx equal to 2 pi negative r over k to positive r over k square root of r square minus k square x square, and I am taking the common denominator as r square minus k square x square, so it is r square minus k square x square plus k to the power of 4x square over r square minus k square x square. And I could have separated these square roots. I could have written the square root of the numerator and the square root of the denominator separately. And of course, we are having this dx. But I have taken the single square root, doesn't matter. The denominator is square root of r square minus k square x square. And over here in the numerator, we are having square root of r square minus k square x square. So these two can get cancelled. Okay. So we are having a equal to 2 pi minus r over k to r over k and square root of r square minus k square x square plus k to the power of 4x square dx. Okay. And this is the polynomial. This is the polynomial. See, it is x square, and this is a constant term. So this is a polynomial of x, where p of x is equal to r square minus k square x square plus k to the power of 4x square. Okay. So this is the expression that we were required to get. Now this is the fifth subpart of subpart E. It says planet Earth can be modeled as an ellipsoid. In this model, the ellipsoid has an axis of rotational symmetry running from the North Pole to the South Pole. The distance from the North Pole to the South Pole is 12,714 kilometers. The diameter of the equator is 12,756 kilometers. By choosing suitable values of r and k, find the surface area of Earth in kilometers square correct up to 4 significant figures. Give your answer in the form of A times 10 to the power of q, where A is greater than or equal to 1 but is less than 10, and q belongs to the set of positive integers and it is containing 4 marks. Okay, and these were the expressions. F of x was equal to square root of r square minus x square. This was the expression or the equation of the semicircle where x was greater than or equal to negative r, but was less than or equal to positive r. Then y equal to f of x is transformed to the graph of y equals f of kx, where k is greater than 0. This is important. Every part is important, of course. K is greater than 0. And previously, in the case of a semicircle, the x-intercepts were minus r and plus r. Now, when it got changed to a semi-ellipse, the graph of this y equals f of kx was a semi-ellipse, and the x-intercepts were plus minus r over k. And the surface area was expressed by this expression. We had found this expression in our previous subpart. Okay. Now I have taken up a specific case. F of x equal to square root of r square minus x square. I have taken a specific value of r. That is f of x equal to square root of 3 square minus x square. That means r is equal to 3. X will be ranging between negative 3 to positive 3. So this is negative 3 and this is the positive 3, and this purple colored thing is a semicircle. Then we are taking the k value as 2 because y equals f of x is getting transformed to y equals f of kx. So if this is the equation of y equals f of x, then what will be the expression of y equals f of kx, where k is equal to 2. F of kx is having the expression of square root of 3 square minus 2x whole square, or 9 minus 4x square, square root of 9 minus 4x square. And what will be the graph of this expression? F of kx, and we have named this transformation as well. It is a horizontal stretch. The stretch factor is 1 over k. That means every point on this semicircle, the x-coordinate of every point on this semicircle will get multiplied by 1 over k. In this case, the k value is 2. Therefore, every point, the x-coordinates of every point lying on the semicircle will be getting multiplied by half. The y-coordinates will be staying as it is. The y-coordinates will not get disturbed. Only the x-coordinates will change, and every original x-coordinate will get multiplied by half. So this is the y-intercept. X-coordinate is 0 for this point, and it is getting halved. Half of 0 is 0. So this is the invariant point. This stays. Coming to this point, negative 3 is the x-coordinate of this point, and obviously the y-coordinate is 0. This negative 3 will get halved. So it comes to this point, negative 3 over 2 or negative 1.5. Similarly, this point 3 comma 0, the x-coordinate is 3, it is getting halved, which is 1.5. Okay, so now you see the semicircle is getting changed to a semi-ellipse. This is what we are having. Okay, now we come back to the planet Earth. And it is saying the planet Earth can be modeled as an ellipsoid. And the ellipsoid is formed from the semi-ellipse. When the semi-ellipse is rotated through an angle of 360 degrees about the x-axis, an ellipsoid is formed, and that is the Earth. Okay, so this is the semi-ellipse that we are having. Of course, the k value is not equal to 2. This time we are taking the k value as a variable. It is k. And we know that for the planet Earth, the North Pole and the South Pole, they are slightly flattened. Therefore, you see the distance between the North Pole and the South Pole is 12,714 kilometers, whereas the diameter of the equator is more. It is 12,756 kilometers. And we are seeing that the ellipsoid is getting formed by transformation of a semicircle. Not the ellipsoid, sorry, the semi-ellipse is getting formed by transformation of a semicircle. And what is that transformation? It is the horizontal stretch of a semicircle. So with the help of the horizontal stretch of a semicircle with the stretch factor more than 0, this is equally important. Okay, I have taken 2, it is more than 0. So if the stretch factor is more than 0, the semicircle gets changed to this form. This is a semi-ellipse. So if we consider the earth to be a perfect circle, that means we will be starting with the semicircle. Its diameter is 12,756. So R will be what? The equatorial radius R is equal to 12756 divided by 2. You can use the calculator if you like. It will be 6 and 3 and 7 and 8 kilometers. Okay. So this part will be 6378. This part will also be 6378. And this part will also be 6378. Okay. Now, we are seeing the North Pole and the South Pole's distance is this, which is less than this one. So that means this can be taken as the North Pole and this can be taken as the South Pole because these are flattened. I cannot take this as the North Pole. Don't take this as the North Pole, it will be wrong because these have got flattened. Original position was over here, it got flattened by the effect of the horizontal stretch. So it has come over here. Similarly, this point has come to this point. Okay. So I have taken this point as the North Pole and this point as the South Pole. And the total distance between these 2 points will be 12,714 kilometers. So what is the radius, Miss? Between this point and this point, and this is this one? It will be half of that. So I can write the transformed radius maybe R1 equal to 12714 divided by 2, which is equal to 6, 3 and 5, 7 kilometers. Okay, so this part and this part is this one and this one will be equal to 6057 kilometers. Okay. And what did we get as the x-intercepts of the y equal to f of dx function? One is plus r over k and the other is minus r over k. So r over k will be equal to 6357 and minus r over k will be equal to negative 6057. Clear? Now, r was the original radius of the semicircle, which is 678. So, therefore, r over k is equal to 6378 over k is equal to 6357 and negative r over k is equal to negative 6378 over k equal to negative 657. Clear? Now let us get the value of k. Therefore, k is equal to 6378 over 6357. Now I have again pasted the expression for the surface area over here, and we have to use the calculator for getting the value. Let us use the calculator. It is 2 times pi, 2 times pi times the integral. So it is calculus and numerical integral. And this is negative r over k to positive r over k. And negative r over k is negative 657 and positive r over k is 657. Okay. So this is negative 6357 to positive 6357. Okay. And then we are having square root of, this can be written as x. Let me write that as x. And this is the square root of. So square root r square. What is r? 6378. So it is 6378 square minus k square x square. K is this. So it is 6378 6357 square. K square x square plus e to the power of 4. So again 6378 over 6357 to the power of 4 and x square. Fine. And enter. It is 5100642. Let me write it. It is equal to 5100642 and 26.305. 26.305. Now let me write it properly. So therefore, surface area of Earth is equal to 2 pi minus 6357 to 6357 square root of r is 638. 6378 square minus 6378 over 6357 square x square plus 6378 over 6357 to the power of 4 x square dx. So this is equal to 5100642.304 kilometers square. 0.305 kilometers square. Fine. And what are they asking for? Surface area of the square in kilometers square. Correct to 4 significant figures. Okay. So this is 1, 2, I'm just taking this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it is 5.14 significant figures. So 5.101 because it is 6 at this place times 10 to the power of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 10 to the power of 8 kilometer square. This will be the answer. Okay. So this was all for our today's session. Thank you for staying with me till the end. I'm Nilanjana Sanyal. I am an online IB Math ESL and HL level tutor, and I tutor students from both within India and outside India. And I offer both one-on-one and small group online tutoring services to my students. In case you're liking my explanation, please to give this video a like and please to share this video with your friends so that even they can get benefited by watching this video. And in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel till now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be motivating me to make more math videos for you. And we meet again very soon in our next session. So till then, bye.